want to do a quick little video. I want to talk about Richard Donner. Richard Donner passed away. This recording it's been last night, so it was Tuesday. Um, I'm gonna talk about now when it comes to Lethal Weapon. I was a fan, but not a huge fan. We're gonna talk about Superman, and we're gonna talk about the X-Men films. Which he really wasn't behind, but he did produce with his wife at the time. We'll probably start with the X-Men films. Him producing those films, coming from Superman and producing those films were great. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Fox X-Men. Like I said, there's some problems I have with certain films they've done, but for the most part, from X-Men 1 to X-Men 2 to Last Stand to a certain degree, I enjoy those films. Days of Future Past, he was producing those films too. But I think he was more heavily involved with the first one and the second one, from what I recollect. And I mean, like I said, the man. If it wasn't for Richard Donner, I don't think we would be having the superhero boom period we had several years ago. We wouldn't be having films that were X-Men lifts, Superman. I mean, X-Men, Batman, um, Spider-Man films that came afterwards, which are arguably one of the best Spider-Man films to date. Fight me on that. The Dark Knight trilogy, if the Nolan trilogy. I mean, all those films we would not have without Richard Donner. And then we go to Superman, as you clearly see in this picture right here. This was his film. He owned the first one. Wasn't a big fan of the first one. As the second one, I liked the second one a hell of a lot more. Granted, I know what went down with the second one. A lot of stuff were taken out. It was a whole fiasco. I don't want to talk about that. But I mean, I watched this first one and second one recently, and they still are good. Do they hold up? Eh. I mean, but if you look on blueprints of what makes a good superhero film, that's it. Kevin Feige has said it. Jeff Johns has said it. Nolan has said it. Um, Sam Raimi has said it. Um, Matthew Vaughn, all these directors who directed these great superhero movies have said that is what a superhero film should be. It should aspire to be the Richard Donner Superman, or have a blueprint of following those steps. Um, and no, I think out of all the directors, Nolan was the one that did it, followed the blueprint the best. Um, because you could say Spider-Man, but see, I think the reason I said Nolan was because Nolan was the X-Men 1 and 2 were good, flapped out in the third one. um, Same with Spider-Man. 1 and 2 are good. Spider-Man 2 is phenomenal, one of my favorite superhero films, but flopped at the third one. The Dark Knight Rises flopped at the third one, but it flopped, but it only flopped towards the third act, and that was more because of a bait and switch they did. But still, the majority of the film is great with Bane, and Heath Ledger's death kind of really had to change things around, so they had to use Bane instead of the Joker again. Because for what Nolan said, Nolan wanted to use the Joker again. But I'm going off topic. Rest in peace, Richard Donner. I appreciate your work. I love what you gave to the fans. I love Superman. It wasn't for his Superman film, we would have got so many great interpretations of Superman. Say what you want about Man of Steel. I mean, let's be honest here. If Superman film was not good that Richard Donner did, we wouldn't have Man of Steel. And that goes for all superhero films. But I enjoyed it. I mean, his Superman was the blueprint of what superhero films should be. There was a dark period when we had to go through the Joel Schumacher films of Batman, but Superman stayed on course, and I have to give Richard Donner credit for that. Um, he was 91. I was hearing rumblings too a couple years ago he wasn't doing as well. Um, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he made it through this COVID pandemic, because you know what happened last year. Oh my God! But he made it through. 91. I think that's, to me, that's a good. 90s are always a good place to say your swan song, I believe. If I live past 90, great, but I won't have a body of a guy. My body's gonna be breaking down, gonna move moves. I don't want to. I don't want to be that person. You know, shit. If I'm 90, I want to be home. I want people to cut my grass. The only thing I want to do is work out, stay in shape, and that's it. If I can. But yeah, but as always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a John's today, and tell me what you guys uh think about Richard Donner passing away, and what film impacted you the most of his. Was it Lethal Weapon? Was it Superman? Was it uh was it some of the X-Men film he produced? Some of his films he produced? Some anything? Just comment below. Let me know. As always, have a John's today.